Our online experience is supported by advertising. In fact, 86% of all time spent consuming media in the US is supported by advertisements. And many of these ads are specifically tailored to us using data. Data makes inexpensive and free content possible, and that data is provided by users like you and me. But not all data is created equal. In this video, we'll take a closer look at what gets shared and how people generally feel about that. Let's dive in. Advertising is at the center of the majority of our online experience, and usually either partially or fully funds our experience. This business model has been around for a long time. Think about newspapers and magazines, TV and radio. While you pay for access, advertising is still what supports most of the content creation. Maybe we would like an experience without advertising, but it would mean that we couldn't consume as much content cheaply, or better yet, for free. So most people have made peace with ads as part of their experience. When you're online, you've probably noticed some ads that seemed particularly tailored to your interests, and some that didn't. Online advertisements vary widely between interesting and annoying. Often the more interesting and useful ads are the ones that are customized to us specifically. And as it turns out, those are also the ads that are most successful. But for some people, those ads also feel a little invasive. As we've learned by now, ads that are customized to our interests use data to understand what may appeal to us. That data is collected by various parties based on our online behavior and privacy settings. We can make a distinction between data we as consumers consciously give. Think about any time you filled out your interests or demographic information when signing up for a social media platform, for instance. And data that comes from a person's browsing habits and wasn't intentionally offered up. This is the type of data that the consumer is likely most concerned with when thinking about their privacy online. According to a Pew Research Center survey, 72% of Americans report feeling that almost all, or most of what they do online or while using their cell phone is being tracked by advertisers, technology firms, or other companies. 81% of Americans think that the potential risks of data collection by companies about them outweigh the benefits. And 79% of adults assert that they are very or somewhat concerned about how companies are using the data they collect about them. A study by researchers John, Kim, and Barash, published in the Harvard Business Review, found that consumers are less worried about companies using information they themselves supplied as opposed to inferences that the company makes from browsing activity. So it's a very fine line between advertisements that are fun, personalized, and helpful, and advertisements that are just too invasive. As you start on your journey as a marketing analyst, it's good to keep consumer privacy concerns top of mind. Access to data in advertising is a gift, and it does make for more effective marketing, but it's important to balance the use of data with consumer trust. Keeping in mind the concerns consumers have about their online privacy, let's find out what tools consumers have to control their online presence. We will do that in the next video. See you there.